Time now for a look at the latest business news, and we're joined in studio by Yuka Royer from our business desk. Yuka, we're going to start with Japan, where Abenomics, if you like, have hit a road bump.
Well, it does seem that way. Japan's economy shrunk in the first quarter of this year, ending a two-year growth streak. The new data shows that the economy contracted at an annualised rate of 0.6%. Economy Minister Toshimitsu Motegi, though, says it's probably only a blip caused by commodity price hikes and bad weather. Nonetheless, it comes as bad news to Prime Minister Shinzo Abe at a time his approval rating is at rock bottom. Earlier, we spoke to Oriana Lisa at CMC Markets in Singapore about the latest data.
Shrunk in the last quarter, and that's really put a lag on GDP. I guess the main catalyst for that is rising energy prices, and also further afield in the political landscape, Mr. Abe has been fighting off a lot of these cryo concerns. So I think investors or people generally, in terms of their spending, are very cautious. But I think it's a minor blip in the road going forward, and what we will see is manufacturing and industrials increase capital expenditure to take advantage of a weaker yen.
Meanwhile, the yield on the 10-year US Treasury bonds fell after rising to the highest level in 7 years on Tuesday. Data showing a pickup in US consumer spending added to selling pressure on government bonds, leading to a rise in the US dollar. The currency is at its strongest point this year against a basket of major currencies. Let's look at the equity markets then. And here in Europe, a fairly muted start to trading. As you can see, Paris's CAC 40 just down 1/10 of a percentage point. London's FTSE and Frankfurt DAX in positive territory. Shares of Iliad, the parent company of internet service provider Free, jumps almost 3% at the open. But it comes after the French telecom group lost 20% of its share value on Tuesday and 40% over a year as it struggles with a decline in subscriber numbers. Earlier, Asian shares were mostly weaker, weighed down by Japan's weak economic data and jitters over North Korea. The French foreign and finance ministers met with business leaders on Tuesday, outlining their efforts to safeguard their interests in the face of looming US sanctions on Iran. But it's not just big firms like Airbus and Peugeot that are worried. Some small businesses are keen to find out what's going to happen next. Georgina Robertson reports about one such company in central France.
A small company based here in France, making luxury cosmetics, products that are 100% French and exported to Iran.
Here I have the gel for under the eyes. It's our bestseller in Iran.
The cosmetics company Pierre Auger has seen huge growth in the Iranian market. After 3 years, sales are already worth €350,000 per year, 5% of the firm's turnover.
We have heavily invested.
Have you broke even?
No, not yet. In about 7 months if we continue as we are.
Since the announcement of the US withdrawal, it seems she'll have to choose between Washington and Tehran.
We work on a day-to-day basis. That is to say that any business that we don't do is simply lost. We need to know what we are doing.
Monday's closed-door meeting about the impact of the US sanctions on French business was aimed at the likes of Total, Peugeot, Airbus. This company's turnover may be less, but the risks are still high, as possible sanctions will destabilise the company and the situation of its employees.
Yes, I am a little worried. They are our clients, and we do not have many clients, so we need all of them.
But the government is looking for ways to help French companies working in Iran. Without a solution, they will have to withdraw in 3 to 6 months.
That was your business update for this hour, Eve.
Yuka, thanks a lot for that.